What's up guys, welcome to today's video, and today we're going to be checking out this cool auntie that debunks the gender pay gap, and let's get right into it guys.
This is why earlier I brought in history and the fact that there was a point where we weren't even allowed in education. So in terms of financially, men have already had their head start. That's why I would say that, okay, women, they tend to be homeless because men have had the head start from. That's why I'm saying our generation is going to change things a lot, because in terms of women are going to be able to catch up a lot more.
Speaking to the mic.
So women are going to be able to catch up a lot more. Yeah, I feel like we can't ignore history when it comes to when you're considering the financial position of men and women. You can't ignore history.
I just get totally sick of that, when it comes to like the finances, because I've worked in jobs and I've earned the same as the men. And when they talk about all this pay gap and that the men have had it and the women have had it, as far as I'm concerned, there's no reason why a woman can't go out there and get paid the same money for, as she's same qualifications, same job, same experience. I've done it. And I've also got a pay rise every year. I've never ever worked. I had a man on the same role as me, same experience, earn more than me. So and you're talking about the old generation. I'm the old generation.
And what sector is this?
But what I'm trying to say...
What sector is this?
Transport, management in transport.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter where it is, because wherever you go...
Exactly guys, that's exactly what I was thinking. Why the fuck are you even bringing out sector and all of this shit? It doesn't even matter, because overall the argument was that no matter what job, or most jobs, for the most part, like no matter what, that there is the gender pay gap and stuff like that. So why does it matter all of a sudden in the sector and stuff like that? It's a bit of a weird one still.
You can get paid
Are these
the
sectors
same.
that you're required to have a certain level of qualification?
Any job you can go. Any job that a man can get qualified at and get paid, a woman who is equally qualified, equally experienced, and has the same manner when it comes to working. Because that's what let women down. Their mannerisms when they go in, they either go in like, they're going too strong. But if you go in a job with the right frame of mind, and nowadays, the women are more qualified. In my generation, that's what you're going to say. The women are more qualified. In the old generation, we weren't that qualified. And the young generation, they're qualified now. So there is no reason for people to say, oh, but the men have got it now because they've earned more. That's rubbish nowadays, especially for the new generation, because it's there for you on the plate. You've got it better than us.
Yeah, so I don't understand, like, what does that have to do with me today? That, like, some women were locked out of education before I was born. How does that affect me?
Because even in these environments, let's say a woman has managed to get to, let's say, a very senior position, it's still an environment that is dominated by maleness, especially white maleness. So, for instance, if you're a white woman and you've now come into this space, you have to overcome the barrier of being a woman in a male-dominated space.
No, I don't.
Okay, so how would you adapt?
You work hard. You work hard. Like, that's what I see. Like, every time someone blames their pay on the pay gap, they're lazy. Honestly, they're lazy, because the pay gap doesn't exist. When you take in, this is what you don't understand. When you take personality differences between men and women don't ask for raises. That's the problem. 60% of women have never asked for a raise, and you're going to complain that you don't get paid the same. You don't ask for a raise.
This is what I'm saying. The environment, a man, because this is an environment that men have been in.
No, it's a choice. That's a choice.
Before women, if I personally, I would ask for a raise, but it's different because it takes confidence to ask for that. Confidence in yourself. And if you're in an environment that wasn't even made.
Oh my god, exactly. Men are a lot more confident, in asking for a pay rise, because at the end of the day, men tend to have wives, like children, all sorts of responsibilities. So they're looking to put in more hours and put in the mad effort. And that's the thing, like, it's known that most females, when it comes to the workforce, they would be like, oh, I don't want to ask the boss any questions, don't want to rattle the cage or anything like that. Like, come on, guys. Come on.
For people like you, For some women, they would be some of the first people in that kind of environment, and they have to thrive in that. You have to overcome the barrier of having to adapt in that environment. That's something a man doesn't have to think of.
One, there are quotas.
Oh my.
Okay, so
okay. She's saying that men do not have to adapt when they're getting into workforces and stuff like that, which anyone that is working would know that is bullshit. Like, every time you get to a new job and stuff like that, you always have to be adapting. Some guys would say it's more harder for men on certain jobs because they have more of the, like, heavy lifting, more, like, you know, more just heavy load, more burdens, you know, more, like, risky type of scenarios. Oh, come on.
There are specific quotas to give women jobs over men. Men don't have any quotas. So we're
Because
giving
they don't need it.
No, because why do we need a quota? Or do you not think women are qualified to get the job on their own?
I didn't say that.
No, but that's what you're implying by saying we
That's
need
what
quotas.
I said. No. That's why I said you can't ignore the history.
No,
because
Oh
the
my
reason the quotas are
God.
there
that's an
is
excuse.
due to the history.
That's an excuse.
I'm not saying
it's an excuse.
Okay.
Anyone can go out and get any job they want. Nothing's stopping us. There's no law stopping us. And if anything, there's incentives.
I've worked in a male-dominated environment all my life. And
Me
I can
too.
honestly say I was the only black woman supervisor, black woman manager.
Props to
And
you.
it never, not props to me, it was a job. I didn't care whether I was black or not. I'm getting the money. I'm getting the same money as everybody else. To me, it didn't matter whether I was black or not. It was a job. And the
Yep.
men have got the job, I've got the job. They're earning the same as me. And every year I make sure I got my pay rise the way they did.
And you didn't.
And I
make
had
it
the
a
same
hang-up.
attitude.
You didn't make
I
it a
didn't-
hang
No, and the thing is with women, I find that when they go out, like, yes, your attitude has to change. I'm in a male environment. I'm with a load of males, so yeah, I can hold my own. I can have a conversation. I'm going to dress feminine, but I'm going to stand my own like masculine. But you see, when I step out that house and I get home to my man, all feminine,
Oh, God.
submissive. And that's what the women fail to realise now, that the new generation, because you can go out there and you can do a job just as good as a man. And when you come home, you forget that you're a woman. You still go on like you're a man. That's what the men don't like.
Yep.
I didn't everything you're insinuating. I didn't. Because
I'm not insinuating, I'm just saying, I'm speaking from experience, because I don't want to hear the excuse of, oh, because you're a woman, you got to go in that environment and act a certain way. Rubbish. Because of your
Yep.
colour, rubbish. Because of your sex, rubbish. Because of the pay, rubbish. Because I've done it. And it's the norm. I've done it. So all women need to do, if you want to get paid more, the same way how you can speak up and say, oh, I'm a woman, this and that, speak up and say, excuse me, but I'm due a pay rise. Can I have my money? This is how hard I've worked.
Exactly.
This is what I deserve. And this is what my contract says.
now.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. That now you can do that, but it hasn't always been like that. This is
No,
what I
I'm
mean by-
older than you. I'm 53. I'm retired. So you can't say, now you can do that, because I've been doing it.
Exactly.
Okay, but you can't.
Exactly. I don't understand how people, like, in the new generation can speak for people in previous generations. Like, to be honest, and then the way she seems to talk is like, it's almost like Aunty here doesn't know what she's talking about. It's kind of disrespectful if you now think about it, like, to be having this state of mind that you're being disrespectful to the people before you, acting like they were just dummies, they don't know what they're doing, they're just following whatever while you know better. Like, come on, this is a madness.
This is what I mean. You can't ignore the history. Okay, but before
Oh
you,
my
history.
God, bro.
I'm the
Exactly.
history. I am the history. I am your
Are you
history.
ignoring history
I
right
am
now?
53. I am retired. I am your history. So you can't tell me to forget about the history,
And you
because
said
I am the
remember
history.
history.
And before my history,
I
my
don't- I
mother
don't
done
wanna-
the
Oh
same
my
job
God.
as a black woman.
I
My
don't
mum
wanna-
done the same job.
I don't want to offend you, but
You
it's
can't
not
offend
like
me, I'm
that.
too old for
It's
that.
not like that in every sector. It's not like that.
It's
If you're
like
talking
that in
about
every
if you're
sector.
talking about the top sectors, because there's still, for instance, if you're talking about science, if you're talking
Yeah.
about tech, if you're talking about engineering,
Yeah.
these sectors, there's still a lack of women.
Why?
And-
Because the women don't. Go and do it. If there's a lack of women, go and do it. I wanted to be a bus driver.
Exactly.
There was a lack of women. You know what I done? I didn't complain and said, there's no women bus drivers. Go and do it. They didn't have no managers. Go and do it. Don't sit back complaining that in these top sectors. Nowadays,
Yeah.
you've got all the qualifications. The young people, you can go university. You can get degrees. Go and do it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
If you want to do
Women
something,
are
well,
doing
don't
it. Like
complain
you
about
said,
it. Change it.
Like you said, women are doing it, but the results are still not the same.
Nah.
Not really.
Nah.
They're not.
Not
doing it.
really,
They're
bro.
not-
They're
And
not
that's,
doing
and that's
it.
the thing.
Women don't
No,
know.
One at a
no,
time,
women,
guys.
women
One at
are
a
the
time.
most educated, but they don't make more money because they have a ton of debt. And women don't make the majority of workplace deaths. Where's the equality? Where are the marches? Men are the majority of workplace deaths. They do all of the hard jobs, therefore they get more money. Do you want to be a plumber? Do you want to be a bricklayer? The only jobs you're seeing are the 2% of jobs, like CEOs, power positions, hypothetically.
Exactly.
But my dad was one of those top 1% CEOs. He worked 80 hours a week for 40 years. Do you want to do that?
Yep.
I don't.
It's peak
Most
one
women
still.
don't. They want to have kids.
Okay, that's what I said. This is you can't mix the two, because you're saying women should focus with what you're saying. You're saying women should focus on having kids, and for that reason they wouldn't be able to do the 80 hours a week.
No, I'm not saying what women should and shouldn't do. I'm saying I don't like excuses.
I'm not making
because you're blaming the pay gap on being a woman.
I'm not blaming the pay gap.
You're saying we need to be aware. You're saying we need to be aware of our history. I'm saying that has nothing to do with me today. I was born in 2022. There is nothing that is holding me back as a woman. If anything, it's offered me advantages because all the men hiring are attracted to you.
No,
you apply for a job. You're a pretty young girl. Most men that hire you are going to be attracted to you.
Oh, to be young again. I'll do it all again.
Use his words.
I'd do it better too.
Do you not believe that?
Oh, to be young again.
No?
No.
It's true. It's true. And the thing is, you was talking about history and that men had a head start. It's been that way since the dawn of time, and it's only recent that we've come into this time, and the outcomes are terrible. This is the first time we're changing it. You know, I'm a boss lady, I'm making money, I'm getting the bag. And look, 50% of women are by themselves, crying along with the cat.
1 in 4 women are on antidepressants.
Yep.
And on top of that, how can we say we were disadvantaged before when we didn't have to fight in wars? The men were the ones that had to go fight in wars. We'll say my body, my choice all day, but we'll never talk about their body, their choice when they get drafted. Women, the majority of women didn't even want the right to vote because it came with the responsibility of getting drafted. So most girls are like, I'm gonna chill in the kitchen, and I absolutely would chill in the kitchen if that was the same thing today.
So that's the mindset that she had. Again, I wouldn't say that the mindset that I have is the mindset of the majority, but again, like I said, you can't use that to just dismiss what has happened. Like he said,
Lord.
He said that men have had their head start, and it's been like that since the dawn of time.
The thing is, she's lost her fucking mind, because the thing is, people are telling her what the fuck has happened, and she's there still thinking some magical shit like has happened. And like, you could try to see it like that. Maybe it's happened to certain people here and there, but to act like that is the majority, it's like, allow it, man. It's a myth still.
But now that times are changing, you are still placing the value of women on fertility and
in the sexual marketplace. I did not say personal value. I said in the sexual marketplace.
Okay, so the fact you mentioned that a man had to do 80 hours a week, why can't a woman do that then? Mm-hmm. That's what I'm asking.
A woman can, they choose.
Exactly, a woman can do that. Like, who the fuck is saying she can't do that? The thing is, most women are not doing that compared to men. There is way more men that's doing it than women. Like, sorry, it's just how it is.
Not to. I'm telling you, like, I watched my dad work his whole life. I didn't know my dad really until I was older. I barely saw him. And most women would not sign up for that. They can't keep lawyers at high-end law firms past like the age of 35 because they say, screw this. I have all the money I want. All I want now is a family. They can't pay these women to stay because after a certain age, your looks are starting to go. What are you doing this for after you make a certain amount of money?
So again, the thing that's limiting women is what? Based off what you just said.
Their personal choices. And I don't think it's limiting women. I don't. So if there's nothing stopping us from doing anything
She's
today,
so confused.
and more women say, hey, I would rather stay home or take a lower paying job that I like instead of doing the shitty job that all the men are doing, why is that a bad thing?
You can't say personal choice because a man doesn't have to make that choice.
Yes.
Oh my days, bruv. She is on a mad thing. What do you mean men don't have to make personal choices? They always do. They either move their ass, put in the work, or they don't. And it's just simple. What the fuck?
He does.
That's my point.
A man can make a choice of, do I want to go into education, which pays less, or do I want to be a plumber that pays more?
You mentioned at 35, women
Exactly.
go off and that's when they go and start their family. A man could have had a family up until that point. He doesn't have to make that choice. That's what I'm saying.
No, he can be a stay-at-home dad if he wants to.
He can be,
but you
if
can't
it
get
has
rid of
to
our
be.
biological roots. He can also make that choice. He could go get a sugar mama. Certain men, not everyone has that. Not all guys can pull that off, but
Exactly,
But you see
yeah.
what I'm saying? He could do a 50-50 relationship. There's nothing stopping us from making these choices. It's just women don't want to work hard jobs.
Yep.
Men do.
I just think women have got more choices now. And they're just using
Than
excuses. They've got more choices than ever. They're more powerful than ever. They've got more rights, more everything than what I had in the past.
But what are the outcomes?
They're more unhappier than ever.
Right.
Yeah, 1 in 4 women
Jeez.
are on antidepressants. Women own 2/3 of the debt, even though they make less money. 70 to 80% of consumer decisions are made by women. Married women are more likely to be divorced 3 years after their promotion to CEO levels compared to their male counterparts. And they divorce men 70 to 80% of the time.
Again, like I said, I don't think the mindset that I have is the mindset of the majority of women. But again, you can't dismiss the things that are limiting women from getting to that point. You can't dismiss it.
What is limited?
That's exactly what the fuck I want to know. What is what is doing it? Is it laws? Is it what? I'm getting fucking confused here. Like, I feel like there's more conspiracy theories that make more sense than this fucking this bullshit. Oh my god.
Us in 2022.
If I've gone and I've had a child, if I was, okay, let's say for instance, I was in the middle of my degree and I've had a child, I'm not in the same position as a man at all.
Did you choose to have the child?
Okay, what about the states where abortion is not illegal?
Okay, that's incorrect.
Yeah.
It's not illegal in the U.S.
No, I said what about the states?
The states.
States in general. I'm not talking about the United States. I'm talking about states in general.
No, I'm saying in the United States, abortion is not illegal. You get a car and drive to another state that has abortion.
I'm not talking about the United States. I'm talking about states in general. I'm talking about the world in general. I feel like a lot of what we're saying and a lot of what we're discussing.
Okay, another thing, guys. Just to let you know, not every fucking country, has the resources to be pulling out abortions, because guess what? These men have better fucking problems to fucking deal with. Like starvation, trying to get fucking jobs, trying to get some income to their fucking country, state, whatever the fuck. So when she's there acting like this should be the priority of around the world, it's a madness, guys. It doesn't make no sense. Because we don't cater nothing around the planet to men in a similar way. It's craziness, guys.
Discussing is focusing on the developed world. It's ignoring
because we're in the West. That's what we're talking about, the West.
Okay, but I don't think we should ignore the reality of so many women.
But I'm saying you're moving the goalpost.
Yep.
We were discussing the West, and now you're saying, well, what about not the West? But we're talking about the West.
Okay, sorry. I'll talk about women. I'm talking about women generically. Generically,
Oh
because when
my
you're talking about the debt, you're talking about all of those things. That's women in the West, and those are choices they're making.
So would you agree? There's nothing holding back women in the West. There's nothing oppressing us. History doesn't matter because we're all born today. Nothing.
Exactly.
Cool. Nothing to complain about.
Oh my god.
I would say we're not as limited as people in the developing world. That's what I would say.
Oh my days, guys. Oh, I just about made it. to the end of that, because I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking that girl was talking some serious shit. You got Aunty just giving her the knowledge, bruv. Giving her the proper knowledge in that, like showing that, like, raw, like you're talking about history while she was in that history you're talking about. And it's like, allow it, bruv. Like, as Aunty said, bare excuses, guys. But yeah, guys, if you like the video, please smash like, please subscribe if you're new. And yeah, guys, just to let you know, that video was from Just Pearly Things YouTube channel. If you haven't, subscribe to their channel. And yeah, have a fantastic day, guys. Bye.